God gave his word to everybody, right? That bondage you living out right now. That bondage is why you at the bus stop right now. You understand? The scripture says, any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing. Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right.
I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is it fact if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yohanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, 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 Israel. Once again, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Detroit under Commander General Yahanna, man. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Detroit Law Class. I'm Officer Yahawah. Officer of 1,000 Yahawah. And today we're gonna be touching on a couple things, of course, according to the law. Oh, before I get into any of that stuff, first things first, y'all wanna like, share, subscribe on the channel. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any questions, put it in the comments. I'll try to get to them. And if I don't get to them this week, I'll get to them next week. If I need to get an answer from a man above me, Slakia. All right. And as y'all know, as we get closer and closer to this thing getting wrapped up, things is getting a little more tighten. The Most High is really putting the belt to our oppressor, so to speak. You understand? So I know people in Michigan are getting hospitalized. They're saying there's something wrong with the air. All right? Saying there's something wrong with the air. We going into okay, as we all know, the Most High is coming. He's not sitting around playing around anymore. He letting it be known that it's him and him alone. He letting you know that he is the one running the show for real, for real. Okay? Before I do anything, let me get a sound check because I got this fan on. And I want to just make sure that the fan ain't interfering with the sound. So I want to do a quick little sound check. Let me check that out right quick. And then, of course, we'll get right down to business as usual, Israel. You know what I mean? So that air thing is kind of heavy because they just had a similar situation like this out in New York, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? They just had a similar situation like this out in New York, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so yeah, we swap on the sound. So yeah, so the fact that we having those same issues here, man, is it's more than I want to say it's, but to some people it may be an eye opener. Of course, to us inside of the truth, we already knew. So we knew since long before even COVID happened. Okay, long before COVID, we already knew the Lord was coming. All right, the things that you see happening, it's like the COVID-19 thing, the earthquake that killed all them thousands of people, like things of this nature. This is just reaffirming what we already knew. And showing the people not in the truth that this is the time to do what? Finally coming to the truth. Finally coming to the truth. Finally understand that we just not a bunch of N-words on a corner making a bunch of noise. We a bunch of men on a corner trying to do the one thing that nowhere else you go, whether it's Christianity, Islam, some fake Israelite group. We the one group out there that's actually trying to do one thing. Save your life, man. Save your life and get you to change your life. Okay? Tell you no matter what it is you going through, brother, no matter what it is you going through, sis, you could come in here and the Lord will change your life. The Lord will give you a breath of life. He will give you, you will be born again. The old you, the old you will be gone away, and there will be a new you. Okay? Come in here and change your life, man. Come in here and get yourself and learn how to serve the Lord the right way. All right? You ain't gonna come in here and we gonna kick you out because you don't got a job or some nonsense like that. That ain't gonna happen in here. We having Passover in Texas, for example, and you can't make it to Texas, so you stay in Detroit and you do Passover. Nah, you coming to Texas with us in here. Everybody going. We don't do stuff like that, man. We don't treat brothers like that in here, man. Gotta sign no non-disclosure in here, man. This is a place of righteous men in here, man, who stand on this truth 10 toes down. They stand on the truth 10 toes down, man. Eat, sleep, and crap this thing, man. Live and die for this thing in here, man. Go out there for brothers and sisters week after week, man. Because even though we don't know you, we still go out there and put our life on the line to try to wake you up and save yours. That's love, man. And that's brotherhood. And you don't get that from anywhere else except for the I.S.U.P.K, man. You just don't. You don't get it nowhere else. It's not anywhere else. You can't find it. Because we do the one thing in here that no one else does, man. We serve the Lord. And the Lord wants us to wake brothers and sisters up and bring them in here, man. Wake them up to this truth and teach them also how to do what? Serve the Lord, man. That's what the Lord wants. Okay? Keeping his commandments, doing things of that nature, man. You see, the Lord is pulling us out of those Christian churches who, for God knows how many years, seem like 600 years, they've been teaching us to do what? You don't have to follow you're not bound to the law. You're not bound to that. You are more than a conqueror. Ain't that what they be saying? You more than a conqueror. And all that garbage, man. Christ nailed the law to the cross. See? So you ain't got to follow that stuff. You ain't got to do that no more. A bunch of stuff to keep you sinning so they can keep filling their buckets up on Sundays. That's why the Lord came through and shut them down. Shutting Christian churches down. And we should be thanking our lucky stars for that, man. Okay. First thing we're going to do, since we're talking about the law, a lot of us really don't understand. We listen to our Sunday Christian pastors who tell us what? Like I was just saying, the law is what? Done away with. We don't have to follow that law. That's foolishness. Don't listen to those Israelite brothers on the corner. They don't know what they talking about. They just a bunch of brothers hooping and hollering. Okay? Let's get it. First thing we're going to do, let's put let's get Deuteronomy 6 and 24. The first scripture we're going to pull up there. Because again, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments at this point, like if you look it up right now, it's talking about people are getting hospitalized. Some people in Michigan have been hospitalized over the air pollution, man. This was the same thing that they just did in New York. if I'm not mistaken, it's New York. If I'm not correct on the state, somebody correct me. But it pretty much it happened elsewhere, and now it's here in Michigan with us. Okay. And the one defense that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we have is serving the Lord. How do we serve the Lord though? We serve the Lord through obedience, man. Through listening to what He said do. This is the thing, right? I know some of y'all might just look at the 10 Commandments and say, see, all we got to do is keep those. Let me explain something to y'all. When the Lord say do something, He not asking you to do something. It's a commandment to do. That means move and do that thing. Okay? That don't mean you have a choice of whether you want to do it or not. The Lord say go, you effing go. You better move, and you better move like your feet on fire. You have better move like your feet is on fire when the Lord say do something, okay? Deuteronomy 6:24, and it reads, and the Lord commanded us to do these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good always. To fear Him is for our good always. To fear Him. To understand that He'll bring COVID-19 on you. That's what He'll bring. You'll get COVID when you don't listen. We still in alternative month. Right? You'll get HIV still. And monkeypox. Okay? Snort so much cocaine till your heart explode. Pop so many pills till your heart explode. Have a brain hemorrhage. Smoke cigarettes and smoke blunts till you get throat cancer. The things the Lord telling us not to do are the things that help us live, man. When you fearing Him and you being obedient, man, you listening to what you're not doing none of those things. You don't have to. When you listening to the Lord, think about you living a life, and you living a very sexual lifestyle, and just running around sleeping with a bunch of people. You have to worry about catching STDs or STIs, or however they want to word it nowadays. You have to worry about that. But if you do it the Lord's way, the way the Lord tell you to do it, guess what? You don't have to worry about those things, because what? Now you moving in righteousness. And guess what? If you enjoy it, you can still have it as much as you want, just the way the Lord tell you to do it, with your husband or with your wife, or however it works. You understand what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes. What is smoking cigarettes really doing for you? Except killing you. It tell you it right on the damn pack. Cause of cancer. You're gonna get cancer. It said right on the pack. They got the commercial with the people with the half a face telling you to quit smoking, and you won't put down the cigarettes to save your life. People on the commercial with half a face. That's why that scripture say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna have to pull that. Now that I said it, especially. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You're not too wise if you seeing somebody with a half a face and you still smoking cigarettes. You ain't put them down before that commercial was over with. That ain't wise. You don't fear the Lord. Okay? You're out there snorting cocaine. Snorting so much cocaine you don't know whether your heart gonna bust or what's gonna happen, but you're still snorting it. You're not too wise. You laying there high as heck, not knowing whether you about to live or die. That ain't wise, man. That ain't wise. You running around, sleeping around, and getting nervous every time you hear the person that you laying next to cough. Why are you coughing like that? That ain't wise. That's not a wise thing. That's not a good way to live. That's not a way to live life, man. The Lord intended for us to do what? Be on high above all the nations. That's how the Lord intended for us, man. We supposed to live, the Lord intended for us to live a certain type of way, man. But instead we did what? We wanted to follow the people. We looked down at the people that was under us and wanted to step down to do the things that they was doing versus what the Lord wanted us to do. The same thing that we do in America today. Slack, y'all, I don't mean to rant on, but I just want to say this one thing right quick before I get right back to the scripture. It's the same thing we do in America today, right? We do all of these things that we do to be equal to a people that we should be above. We fighting hard to be equal to a people we are above. And you know we above them. Think about this. Look at how they conduct themselves in the earth, man. There are people of low character people, man. Nobody goes around and does the things that your oppressor does in the earth, except for your oppressor. Why are we trying to be equal to that? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, would we flood anybody's neighborhood with crack cocaine, with heroin, with ecstasy pills, and what's the Percocet, Perc 10s? Would we do such a thing to another nationality of people? No, we wouldn't. But these are the people that we strive to be equal to. And us striving to be equal to them, it destroys us, man. It destroys us. Because the things that they do is not in our nature. We don't conduct ourselves like that, man. All right? And you can't conduct yourself like that if you want to serve the Lord. It don't work like that. All right? It says, and the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes to fear the Lord our God for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. He might preserve our lives, man. This is how you get through. Like, as the Lord plaguing the earth, he's also paying attention to what? The people that's doing the things that he said to do. I think a lot of us, either we knew somebody, it was our family, or something like that that passed away of COVID. Now, some of us, we may have caught it ourselves, and the Lord did what? He didn't take us out. He allowed us to live, man. And some of us may have never caught it. I tell you what, man, I'm going to tell you, that COVID, because I lost a family member to that. I lost a family member, and the thing about it, what's heavy about what happened to him is he was in that Christian church, and he knew he shouldn't have been in there. But he was doing it because he was following behind, that's what his wife wanted to do. It's the life his wife wanted to live. But he knew way better than that, man. He knew way better than that. That COVID hit him, and that brother, and he passed, man. That's why that scripture is such a heavy scripture. It says you keeping the commandments for our good always. It's for our good always. What is our good? It keeps us above the other nations. And then we get to watch. And we get to watch as the Lord do what? As the Lord destroy our enemies in our faces. We get to watch that, man. That's a good thing to me. That's a good thing to me, man. To see justice because we don't really get to see justice from our oppressor. But the Lord give us our justice, man. All we have to do is give him our obedience. Like when I was coming up in Christianity, I used to think that was like such a hard thing to do. Like, man, how can we keep that? That's how they mold you in Christianity, to make you think keeping the laws of the Most High is such a hard thing to do. Nobody can do it. It's so impossible to be done. Then I came in here, man, and I saw it get done by plenty of people. By plenty. I came in here and I seen what they think is impossible being done every day on a regular, no struggle, just your natural life. Just how you live your life every day. And that's a good thing, man. That is an excellent thing right there. From there, let's get Deuteronomy 11:1. It's unbelievable that somebody would tell you that you don't have to follow God's law, and it's all in the Bible. Here go the thing, Israel. They don't want you keeping God's law. Your oppressor, they already know they fake. They already know what's happening. They already know everything. They're not about to be fighting each other up in space and all that. Y'all watching too many Ancient Aliens. And the Anunnaki and the Inky or whatever the hell that nonsense is. They getting ready to try to fight our King, Yahawashi, man. That's what they getting ready to try to fight. They want to fight our King. Because guess what? When you on top, you're not gonna just turn it over. You have to fight and come take this thing. You Your oppressor just ain't gonna say, "Oh, you Yahawashi, yeah, sure. Let me just lock myself up in these chains." Oh, it's my turn to serve. Let me go out here and just start picking and start picking this cotton, building these houses back up for the people we just abused for God knows how long. Talking about Greeks, Romans, Americans, like good night. That ain't how it works. Your oppressor ain't gonna allow that. He's not gonna do such a thing like that. He gonna fight to the death. And if you being obedient to the Lord, guess what? You're gonna be able to sit back and watch your oppressor get crushed by Christ. And it's gonna be a good thing, a great thing, and you will finally have that warm, fuzzy feeling on the inside that they always talk about, that you know nothing about. All right? Deuteronomy 11:1, it reads, "Therefore thou shalt love the Lord thy God and keep his charge and his statutes and his judgments and his commandments always." Oh, this is all through. This is the craziest, insane thing ever. This is all in the Bible. The Bible doesn't hit somewhere where it changes, and now the Lord is talking different. And that's what Christians want you to believe. That's what you get taught in Christianity. You get taught in Christianity that when Christ hit the scene and Christ died, now that Christ died, you don't have to keep that law no more. That's done away with. When where in the Bible does it say the law is done away with? I still have yet to see a scripture in the Bible that say the law is done away with. I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen the scripture that say you no longer have to keep the law. I've yet to see either or. I mean, y'all can, like, if y'all out there and y'all seen that somewhere, then please, by all means, share it with me. I just have yet to see it. Okay? From there, let's get Isaiah 8:20. Isaiah 8:20, man. It's a good feeling when you can sit back and see certain things happen as the Lord judged our enemies and getting ready to free us out of here. It's a good thing to know when you serving the Lord and you doing the right things, that you just have a better chance of making it than not making it. Of course, we don't know, like, the Lord makes the decision on whether we actually get in there or don't and all that. But if you serving him and you doing the right thing, you got a solid chance at making it into the kingdom. Okay? I enjoy watching the Lord destroy my enemies in my face. I personally, I just enjoy it. It's a good thing to me. It makes me feel makes me feel a certain type of way on the inside. Right? Let's get it. All right. Isaiah 8:20, and it reads, it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So when you think about all these other things we is into, which is, if you read up, that's a couple of things they go into, like some of the other things that people was into, but we're going to put it on today. If you in Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, some fake Israelite group, spirituality, I still, if somebody can help me out with what being spiritual is, I have no clue as to what it is. I done tried to YouTube it, Google it, dictionary, encyclopedia. I have no clue as to what being spiritual is. Like, it sounds like it's just something somebody says because they just don't want to be obedient to the scriptures. Sound like something, I'm just spiritual. I just get something from everywhere. I'm spiritual. If you know what being spiritual is, can you please explain it? Can you please put it in the chat? Let me know what that is, because I have no clue. Okay. You into what's that, Torah card reading? You flip the cards and all that stuff. Palm reading. All these things are unlawful according to the Bible, man. There's no light in any of these things. There's no knowledge in any of these things. It's not teaching you nothing. Sis, you keep calling Miss Cleo to find out if your man cheating on you. Miss Cleo don't know. Whole damn documentary out there, she telling you that she ain't know nothing about what she was doing. And they're scamming you out your money, man. Ain't no sight, they scams. There's no light in that nonsense. They tell you your man cheating, you go home, destroy your whole family because Miss Cleo done told you your man cheating on you, and she has no clue as to what he's doing. But you listening to her versus listening to your husband. Good night, Irene. And that's how Christianity has destroyed our people, man. Because ain't no Israelite brother going to get no card reading. Salaki, ain't no Israelite sister going to get no card. Well, brother neither. No brother ain't doing it for sure. No sister ain't doing it. Only a Christian would go believe in some palm reading nonsense like that. A scam. Ain't no light in that junk, man. There's no life in it. It destroys lives. It destroys lives, man. Being a Muslim destroys your life. Following fair conduct destroys your life. 1 minute you're a Muslim, now you're in Scientology. It destroys you. It destroys you. Christianity, forget about it, man. What do I even have to say anything? Do I have to say anything about Christianity? Christianity is responsible for everything that's wrong inside of your neighborhood. All the houses that's tore down, all the fields, all the abandoned businesses, all the abandoned Christianity is responsible for the destruction of black people inside of this country, man. Because the only thing it did was teach us how to be submissive to our oppressor. Join hand in hand. You can't join hand in hand with somebody who abuses you. Somebody who's unaliving you every chance they get. You hold hand in hand with them. How you hug them? You ever seen one of them pictures where they hugging each other and the other person got a knife and stabbing them in the back? That is. You have to speak. You have to teach the commandments of the Lord. Said the law and the testimony, man. That's what we do here in the UPK, man. You get your identity back, and we show you exactly how to serve the Lord, man. The proper way. It always blows my mind, right? It blows my mind that you have the Bible and the Lord telling you to do all these things, right? And not to do all these other things. And you read it and say, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and God's going to understand it. It's not no gray area with the Most High, man. I'm telling you, we have to come out of that silly thinking. We have to come out of that silly thinking. There's no gray area with the Lord. You can't fit in for the Lord. Don't give a damn what you think. It's only one. This thing works one way. The Lord say, and we do. That's it. Nowhere in the scripture do it say you can make up and do what you want to do when you feel like it. That's not in the Bible nowhere, man. That is not in the Bible nowhere. You getting tricked by a trickster, a pimp. You're getting tricked by a pimp. Who telling you what? Because Christ came and died, you ain't gotta do that no more, brother. You ain't gotta do that no more, sister. Christ came and cleared all that up. Give Matthew 5:17. Let's see. Let's get Matthew 5:17 and let's see, man. think about, and this is heavy because your oppressor understands this. Think about us just being left alone and following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. That's why he have to come in and do things like burn down Black Wall Street. It has to get destroyed. We cannot have black cities in which we interact with ourselves and without them. That's why anytime we try to have a joint or a movement or anything like that, they'll come in and they'll throw some money behind you because that's how they control the situation. Now, if you don't accept the money, then what they'll try to do, they'll try to figure out a way to do what? They'll try to figure out a way to destroy you. They'll try to figure out a way to do it. And they'll be able to do it if you're not standing on what the Lord said do. That's the reason for every other failure. That's the reason why everything that it seemed like was about to work. Looked at the Black Panther Party. It seemed good, but it just didn't work because the foundation of it wasn't the Lord. The Muslims, oh man, it looked great. I bet it looked so great back then. They were just marching and they looked so militant. And they called your oppressor the devil to his face. We have never seen anything like that. But now it's in Scientology. It failed. You got more Muslims in prison than you do on the streets. That's a failure. That is a failure, man. Christianity, man, come on, man. I don't even like to continue bringing them up because everything starts with them. We want to go molest your children, sleep with your wife, sell drugs. It's everything in there. Everything is in there. Christianity is truly a house of Satan. Because every evil thing that the Lord is against is in Christianity. Salaki, I don't want to get too far off topic. Before I go way, way off the topic, let me try to reel it back in a little bit. So the question was, the thing that we were speaking on before I almost went off topic. Well, I did go off topic, but good night. It was just the truth. Did Christ do away with the law? And we got Matthew 5 and 17 here. Let's get it. Matthew 5 and 17, it reads, and this is Christ speaking. He says, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law." Meaning Christ didn't even want you to think this thing, man. He didn't want it to lightly graze past your head. That he was doing away with the law. So, if Christ is saying this, how is somebody else teaching that the law is done away with? Why is it a whole religion out here teaching you don't have to follow the law? I wonder. Because the Lord didn't say don't follow the law. Christ is saying don't follow the law. So if you going somewhere and you in somewhere that's saying you don't have to follow the law, somebody is lying somewhere. Somebody lying somewhere. Because this is what Christ said. I'm going to read it again. It says, think not that I come to destroy the law. Christ did not come to do away with the law. And because we don't teach, and because we don't teach that that's incorrect. Like, you think a Christian, like let me ask y'all this. You think a Christian never read this before? You think they don't know that that's there? You think that they forget that that's there? No, they did not. They surely has not. They surely have not forgotten about that. They surely know that that's there. So if they know it's there, why do they teach you? It's like, give me 1 second. So if they know it's there, then why do they teach you what? Why do they teach you that the law is done away with then? They know it's there. They read it the same way I do. They read it the same way we read it right now. We're not adding anything extra to it. It's nothing different. They don't care about you. They only care about one thing. One thing. Themselves, man. And they will sell you out in a heartbeat. Let's get Titus 1 and 10. They'll sell you out in a heartbeat, man. Oh, Salakia. No, Salakia. Not Titus 1 and 10. Salakia. Let's get back to Matthew 5 and 17. Let's get back to Matthew 5 and 17. Salakia. It says, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. Or the prophets. Meaning Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Zechariah. these things that have things written in them that are to come to pass. A lot of people, because of Christianity, and this is why I'm so grateful that the Lord put the real prophets back, priests and prophets back into the earth, man. And Commander General Yohanna held on to this truth, man. Because without it, man, we would be lost. Think about if we just did not have the truth in the earth. Can you imagine the condition our people would be in? We got brothers, we have brothers walking around on the planet, on this planet Earth, right? They're walking around talking about they are one of the scientists that helped created the planet Earth. Or one of the scientists that helped create the entire everything, the Earth, Pluto, Jupiter. But you can't even get yourself out of, you're sitting in jail. You can't get yourself out of jail. The condition of our people, man. The condition of our people. Brothers take read some nonsense, some oppressor done put out there. Now they the smartest Negro in the world. And they came from some planet somewhere else that nobody else can get to but them. That's us without the truth, man. Every last one of us, we would be like that without the truth. Or talking about, or somewhere trying to put a bone in our nose or some garbage like that without the truth. This is how we would conduct ourselves without the truth, man. Christ said, think not, man, that I came to do away with any of that stuff. I ain't come to do away with the law or the prophets, man. Most High in Christ, man. Most High in Christ that the Lord saw fit to keep his order going. I can't imagine, especially now that I'm in the truth. I can't imagine what it was like before the Lord gave Adam the law. They was probably eating horses and camels and all kind of crazy nonsense was going on, man. Trying to hump trees and hump horses, like all kind of crazy, abominable things was going on. Christ said, I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Doing what? Being that example. Showing that you can do what? You can do this thing. The thing that sinning Christians don't say you cannot do. They only tell you you can't do it because they want you to live in sin. Because they want to live in sin. Your sin makes their pockets fat. And with money, then they can fulfill their lust, their sins. And go fly out to some foreign country and play around with the little boys and the little girls. You pay him for counsel, marriage counsel, counsel you and your wife so he can lay with your wife. Next thing you know, you laying with your wife. They need your sin. They need it. let's get Proverbs the 7th chapter. Proverbs the 7th chapter. Oh Lord, it is hot. Try to keep that fan on, but I'm still hot as heck. Hot as heck. And that's how they do, man. That's why they don't. That's why even though they have read that 1,000 times, they'll never stop and say, "Well, wait a minute, hold on. What is really going on?" Because they need you celebrating Christmas. Because they know it's a sin for you to celebrate Christmas. They need you celebrating Thanksgiving. Because they know it's a sin for you to celebrate them. They need you celebrating the 4th of July. They need you celebrating the 4th of July. It's like, give me 1 second here. They need you celebrating the 4th of July because they need you to continue sinning. Because in all those things that you do, it is profitable for them. It's profitable for them. And then they get what? What else they get? They get their cut from the oppressor. So they take your money and the oppressor give them a check also for them doing such a good job. For them doing such a good job keeping you sinning. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting what's being done to us in this kingdom that we in, man. And that's why the Lord has to come and destroy it, man. That's why. He has to, man. Because what? That's our reward. That's our reward for keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. The Lord fulfilling his promise to us to get us the hell out of here and away from these people. Okay? Proverbs 7, let's get, we'll start at 1. It says, "My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee." Lay up those commandments with thee, man. This is, the law's like the breath of life. That's what it is, man. You going from one way, however it was you was inside of the world, and now you come in here and it is like you know the saying that they got, it's a breath of fresh air. You know how good it feels for some brothers to be in here versus the disgusting life they was living out there. In all kind of God knows what. And then they did what? They came in here and got that breath of life and changed their life around and decided to do what? Serve the Lord, man. And that's how I know, like I said earlier, it does not matter whatever it is that you're going through out there. That doesn't make a difference, man. It doesn't make a difference what you're going through out there, man. Because when you come in here, man, the Lord is going to change you. It's not what I can do or what somebody else can do. The Lord does this thing. The same Lord that shut down the entire earth for COVID-19 is going to be the same Lord that changed your life. The same Lord that parted the Red Sea and the children of Israel walked across the Red Sea is going to be the same Lord that changed your life. He's gonna do it. You out there going through it with certain people, you know, it's things that happen when we in the world, man. The Lord is going to change that when you come in here and serve Him. Okay? But you got to be willing to serve. Ain't no, did that song say ain't no half stepping? I might be revealing my age a little bit. Ain't no half stepping. When you come in here to serve the Lord, man, you better be coming in here ready to serve. Okay? Verse 2. And it reads, keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of my eye. The Lord's law has to be the apple of your eye, man. Why is that? Because that is how you live. That is how you live, man. That's the key. Like, that's the key to your success. Okay? That's the key to your success. You don't have to, worry about what your next move is, what you gonna do this, and how you gonna do that. It's all laid out for you. Just follow that straight. All you have to do is follow that straight path. That's it. Let's get Deuteronomy 27 and 26, man. Deuteronomy 27 and 26. We have everything in the scriptures laid out for us. The do's and don'ts. Here's the problem, man. We got an oppressor that is determined to make sure that we do everything that we're not supposed to do. Okay? Deuteronomy 27:26, it says, cursed be he that conformeth not all the words of this law to do them. It says, cursed is somebody who conformeth not. Meaning, cursed is somebody that don't want to do these things. Okay? That's a curse, man. Your oppressor over you right now, man, that's a curse. You think your life, some of y'all think your life is so great because you get to get up every morning and get as high as you want to get. You get high as a kite, and then you get high and you get to chase tail all day, sell drugs all day. You think your life is the greatest thing smoking. Until you're sitting in prison for 10 years. Then you realize what? What do you realize then? This ain't what it was all cracked up to be. You've been chasing tail, okay? And sucking on blunts behind other people, okay? Those bumps on your lips. Those bumps on your lips is not a great thing to live. Not a great way to live. You sucking on blunts behind people and chasing whores. Not so fun no more. All your fun stops immediately. Fun time is over. The fun time is over when the Lord sends down that judgment on you. You don't get to have no more fun. The Lord sent down that judgment that day and say it's happening. It's not no tomorrow. It'll be better. I'll do right. It's over. It's over for you. Cursed is he. Lord said we were supposed to be separate from all the nations, man. And do the things that he wanted us to do. Because we chose our oppressive way of life, brothers get shot in the street for how we look at each other. Because we chose our oppressive way of life, man. Now brothers get shot for looking at each other. I know I can't be the only one that know about this. I cannot be the only one that know about this. Can't be the only one who know people that went through this. Because what? If we would have listened to the law, we wouldn't conduct ourselves like that. We would value the life of a brother a little bit more, man. I mean, a lot more, of course, but you know what I mean. We would value it, man. Something so small. I don't even want to put something small because you're just looking at somebody. You're just looking at somebody. So how you doing? Okay, give me 1 second here. Yeah, that's it. He looked at you funny and you done took that brother's life and you sitting in jail. 2 lives destroyed. And guess what? Your oppressor, he is happy as he can be. 1 less brother, 2 less brothers. 2 less brothers he got to worry about. He'll gladly lock you up. You won't murder another brother and get probation for it. You're going to get locked up. He give his people probation or manslaughter. You get murdered. You go to jail. You go to prison. Okay. From here, let's get Proverbs 28 and 9. Proverbs 28 and 9. All right, it's like, give me 1 second here. Let me just check. Make sure I don't have any questions. Give me 1 small second here. So yeah, we just got to be very, very mindful, man, because our condition is not normal, man. Is it? Am I missing something? Because I've never heard of another nation of people killing each other based just because of the way they looked at one another. It's definitely something that's not normal. Give me 1 second, I'm just trying to see. Phone acting up a little bit. Most High Christ. Most High Christ, Messiah. Most High Christ. Got Proverbs 28 and 9 right quick, man. Trying to get through all of this. It's like you about to... This phone is acting crazy. It says, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination. So think about it. We just read one scripture that said, what? If you don't apply the law, you cursed. So now we're reading here, it says somebody who even turned their ear away from hearing the law. So you don't even want to hear the law. You don't want to hear, brother, you shouldn't harm your brother for how he look at you. You like, F that, F that. Then as soon as you get in the gym, and this for everybody, a brother never even think about the Lord until when they get in that tough jam, and then they pray as if they've been praying they whole dang on life, man. They whole dang on life, they start acting like they've been model citizens of the Lord work. Your prayers are an abomination to the Lord. The Lord don't want to hear none of that. That's how I ain't gonna tell y'all. But that's some messed up stuff. That is messed up. That the only time you even think about praying to the Lord is when you get yourself into a jam. All right, let's say you just do that the first 2 times. You don't think that you would think to yourself like, damn, the only time I turn to the Lord is when I'm in the gym. Maybe I should, maybe, just maybe, Maybe I should listen to him before I get myself in this jam. That might actually work. I mean, I'm not an expert in the Bible, but you know, it may work if you do it that way. It just might. I'm not a scholar, but you know, it may work if you go about it that way. Okay? Verse 10. It says, whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way. Like that can, oh Lord, that hold on right there for 1 second. It says, whosoever caused the righteous to go on in an evil way. That can happen, man. Let me just read this out right quick, and then I'll go back over it. It says, whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. You ever somebody ever tried to get you to go do something like whatever it may be, and you like, you know what? Nah. Y'all ever seen that movie God dog it. A Bronx Tale. When they was trying to get old boy to go firebomb the where the brothers was at. And Sonny came and got old boy out the car and was like, stay away from him. This is the last time I tell you. And they went to go firebomb him anyway. And they threw the firebomb back in the car, and the car, I believe it killed all of them that was in the car. It's something similar to that. Of course, they not us, so of course, but I'm just using that as an example. You try to pull a righteous person away, somebody following the law, statutes, and commandments. It's like somebody coming up and offering one of us a blunt. Come on, man. You know you missed this. This the new, I don't know what's the new whatever. Zaza, Yaya, whatever that stuff is called. This the new of that. You ain't never had that. Just take one puff. Study trying to get you to puff a blunt. He want you to suck on a blunt with him. Nah, don't try to lead the righteous astray, man. Go suck your own goddamn blunt. Whoso causes the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. You're going to fall into your own pit. You started trying to pass him that blunt, man. The Most High going to mess around and give you throat cancer from sucking on blunts. He going to give you throat cancer from sucking on them blunts. You're going to choke to death from smoking on them blunts, trying to get a righteous man to go astray. You in the streets, something happen, gonna be too high to move because you done sucked on too many blunts. You done sucked on way too many blunts. That was an excellent precept too, Shamar, to tell you that. That was excellent. And I'm actually going to pull that. I'm actually going to pull that because that is excellent. So like you say, if you don't mind. Let's get that right. Actually, let's get that right now. Get Baruch 4:1 right now. I actually love this Baruch chapter 4. This is a heavy chapter right here, man. Especially when we're talking about the law and keeping the law and holding on to the law and the importance of the law and things of that nature. Okay? Baruch 4:1, it says, "This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endures forever." Forever. It didn't say just till Christ came and Christ died. It said forever. This ain't the only spot that it say the law is forever. So when somebody telling you Christ died and the law is done away with, don't ever think that they never read that the law is forever. They read it. Don't get confused. They read that. And all they that shall keep it shall come, and slack it. All they that keep it shall come to life. Because again, that's what it is. It's that breath of life. It's that thing that takes you from wherever you was at in your life, whatever you was doing, and it gives you that new life. It breathes that new life into you, man. Because now you're doing everything again, the way the Lord wants you to do it. Now you're moving righteously. You're not moving according to your own mind. You think you know every goddamn thing, and you don't know anything. You dumb as all outdoors. The Lord knows everything. The smartest thing we do, if we really want to show how smart we is, we would shut our goddamn mouth and listen to the Lord, man. Now that's showing some wisdom. That's showing how smart you really are. Okay? But such as leave it shall die. Walk out. Look at your neighborhood. You think this ain't the truth? It's your uncle, your cousin, your homeboy down the street. Out there in the streets, running the streets, doing their thing. Dying. Such shall die, man. The brother who was just sitting in a car not doing anything. Car just rolled up on him. Thought he was John from down the street. Wasn't even him. They don't even know where John live at or none of that. It's just somebody sitting in the area or where John and them be at. Verse 2, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, man. How do you walk in the presence of the what light? What's the light of what? That light of the law, man. That light of obedience. It's a certain type of way, and I actually noticed this because people look at when you when you being obedient to the Most High, you give off a certain type of vibe. It's a certain type of, dang, I don't want to use the word glow. But it's a certain type of something that's coming off of you, man. And everybody notices about you. Every single person notices it. It says that thou mayest be illuminated. Verse 3, give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. So we shouldn't give our honor to somebody else, man. Why would you? Let me ask y'all a question. We get oppressed here, right? In this kingdom. Why then would you want to take your oppressor with you into your kingdom to be the same as you so he can figure out a way to oppress you inside of your kingdom? I don't understand. I don't understand that type of thinking. You should be doing everything you can to fight to get away from him, to stay away from him. But you want to bring them, you want them side by side with you. When side by side, right here where we at, it's not even working. It's clear. It's clear. Nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. We run around here, we so busy trying to pull every other nation in with us, we don't ever even take the time to pull ourselves together. We don't even take the time to pull ourselves together. We don't even think about ourselves. We so busy thinking about the other nations. We so busy trying to save the people that oppress us. We work hard to bring them into the kingdom that they can't even get into because the Lord said they can't get into. All right. And the second we stop doing that, guess what? The second we stop trying to bring everybody else in, guess what? Guess what we'll do? We'll start focusing on ourselves. We'll start looking at each other. And we'll really start dealing with the issues that confront and plague our people. The second we stop trying to bring every nation with us. And with that, I'm going to close the class. Shalom, Israel.